Mabuhay and welcome back to Financially Smart Pinoy. I'm Lex.
And I'm Vera.
Your friendly guides to navigating the world of finance.
Especially for our kabayans.
Those out there on the road to financial independence.
Yeah, and for those already enjoying financial freedom.
We're here to help you level up that financial literacy.
Even further.
Before we dive in,
Quick reminder,
to hit that follow button.
and share this episode with anyone.
Who could benefit from this knowledge?
We're all about spreading the wealth.
The knowledge wealth that is.
Absolutely.
Today,
Not great.
into the world of foreign investments.
Specifically what it means for us Filipinos.
We're using a recent article,
About BPI.
one of the Philippines' largest banks.
As our jumping off point.
What caught my eye was this trend of Filipinos increasingly looking to invest outside the Philippines.
That's a great observation.
Makes you wonder why now.
Is this a sudden shift?
Or has something been brewing?
You know, the pandemic really did a number on global markets. I think it's made a lot of Filipinos realize that diversification isn't just a fancy term.
It's a necessity.
Exactly.
Filipinos are putting their money where their aspirations are
The article highlighted two BPI funds.
that have been attracting a lot of attention.
The BPI Invest Global Equity Fund of Funds and the BPI Invest U.S. Equity Index Feeder Fund.
Now, I know fund of funds can sound a little intimidating.
But think of it like this.
Instead of you trying to pick winning stocks from around the world,
You're essentially hiring a team of global experts to do it for you.
so it's like a one-stop shop for global diversification.
Precisely.
And in BPI's case,
They're not messing around.
they're tapping into the expertise of giants like Wellington Fund Management,
Capital Group.
names that make even seasoned investors sit up and take notice.
That's impressive.
But what about Filipinos who want a more targeted approach? Those specifically interested in the U.S. market.
That's where the BPI Invest U.S. Equity Index Feeder Fund comes in.
It's like hitching your wagon to the S&P 500.
One of the most widely recognized indicators of the U.S. stock market's performance.
So for someone just starting to dip their toes into foreign investments,
Is that a good entry point?
it can be.
Especially if you're looking for a relatively straightforward way to gain exposure to the U.S. market.
But remember, every investment carries its own risks and rewards.
It's crucial to do your homework.
Speaking of doing homework, the article mentioned a pretty mind-blowing figure.
BPI's combined trust and asset management businesses have crossed the $1 trillion mark in assets.
Now, that's not just pocket change.
It's a testament to the growing trust Filipinos have in BPI's investment capabilities.
But it also begs the question,
Are Filipinos truly getting the information and guidance they need to make informed decisions?
especially when it comes to the complexities of foreign investments.
That's a question we definitely need to unpack.
Especially for our listeners who are new to this.
Absolutely.
We need to make sure that Filipinos aren't just chasing returns.
But are truly empowered to make smart choices that align with their long-term goals.
And speaking of empowerment,
I know there's a bit of a learning curve.
when it comes to the ins and outs of investing in the Philippines,
Can you break down the difference between BPI AMTC and BPI IM?
and how UITFs and mutual funds fit into the picture.
Of course.
BPI AMTC is the bank's trust arm,
While BPI IM is its investment management company.
now in the Philippines,
We have a bit of a unique setup with UITFs,
or Unit Investment Trust Funds,
which are managed by banks like BPI AMTC,
and regulated by the Banco Central Pilipinas.
our central bank,
And then there are mutual funds.
which are regulated differently, right?
Exactly.
Mutual funds managed by companies like BPI IM fall under the jurisdiction of the Securities and Exchange Commission.
It can seem a bit confusing at first,
But the key takeaway is that Filipinos have various options for investing.
both domestically and internationally.
Options are good.
But having the right knowledge to navigate those options is even better.
Couldn't agree more.
And that's something we're passionate about here at Financially Smart Pinoy.
It's about empowering Filipinos with the information and confidence to take control of their financial future. And that's where BPI's efforts to promote financial literacy really stand out.
The article mentioned their free Investment 101 webinars.
And the educational content they're sharing on social media.
It's a step in the right direction.
It definitely is.
But you know, information alone isn't enough.
It's about connecting the dots between knowledge and action.
How can our listeners take what they're learning about foreign investments?
And actually apply it to their own financial journey.
That's a crucial point.
It's about bridging the gap between theory and practice.
For example, understanding the difference between a fund of funds and an index feeder fund is one thing.
But knowing which one aligns better with your risk tolerance
Investment goals.
and time horizon is what truly matters.
So it's about having a personalized approach.
Not just blindly following trends.
Exactly.
It's like having a financial roadmap tailored to your individual destination.
And that's where working with a trusted financial advisor can be incredibly valuable.
They can help you assess your current financial situation
Identify your goals.
and create a strategy that's right for you.
That makes a lot of sense.
But let's say someone's decided to take the plunge into foreign investments.
What are some practical steps they can take to get started?
First, it's crucial to do your research.
Don't just jump into the first fund that catches your eye.
Look at the fund's performance history,
Its investment strategy,
the fees involved.
all those nitty-gritty details.
That can make a big difference in the long run.
So it's not just about chasing returns.
It's about understanding the underlying mechanics.
Absolutely.
And remember, diversification is key,
Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
especially when it comes to foreign investments
Spread your risk.
across different markets
Sectors.
and asset classes.
And what about the actual process of investing?
Is it complicated to invest in foreign markets from the Philippines?
It's definitely become more accessible in recent years.
Platforms like BPI's online investment portals.
Have made it easier for Filipinos to invest in foreign funds.
With just a few clicks.
So technology is playing a big role.
In democratizing access to foreign investments.
Absolutely.
But technology is just a tool.
It's still crucial to have a solid understanding of what you're investing in and why.
Don't let the ease of online platforms lull you into a false sense of security.
That's such a good point.
And I imagine there are resources available to help Filipinos navigate these complexities,
That's on.
apart from financial advisors.
There are reputable websites
Blogs
and even online communities,
dedicated to helping Filipinos learn about investing.
including foreign investments,
And of course, we're always here
at Financially Smart Pinoy.
to provide insights and guidance.
Speaking of guidance,
Let's talk about monitoring investments.
it's not a set it and forget it kind of thing, right?
Absolutely not.
It's crucial to regularly track the performance of your investments.
Both domestic and foreign.
Don't just glance at your portfolio once a year,
Make it a habit to review your investments,
at least quarterly.
if not more often.
And what should people be looking for when they're reviewing their investments?
First, check if your investments are performing as expected.
Are they meeting your benchmarks?
Are they aligned with your overall investment goals?
So it's not just about whether an investment is up or down.
It's about understanding the context.
Exactly.
And be prepared to adjust your strategy if needed.
Don't be afraid to rebalance your portfolio
Shift your allocations
or even exit an investment.
if it's no longer serving its purpose.
Remember, investing is a dynamic process.
Not a static one.
And this applies to foreign investments as well.
Absolutely.
In fact, with foreign investments,
You have the added layer of currency fluctuations to consider.
a strong Philippine peso might boost your returns.
While a weak peso could erode them,
It's another factor to be aware of. So it's about being informed and proactive.
not just reacting to market swings.
Exactly.
The more you understand about your investments.
Better equipped you'll be to navigate the inevitable ups and downs of the market.
And this is where financial literacy plays a critical role, right?
Without a doubt.
It's the foundation of sound financial decision-making.
And it's something we're incredibly passionate about at Financially Smart Pinoy.
We believe that financial empowerment starts with knowledge.
And knowledge empowers Filipinos to take control of their financial destiny.
Absolutely.
It's about moving from a mindset of scarcity to one of abundance.
From feeling overwhelmed by financial jargon to feeling confident in your ability to make informed choices.
So what does this all mean for our listeners who are on the path to financial independence?
What's the key takeaway here?
The key takeaway is that foreign investments can be a valuable part of a diversified portfolio.
Offering opportunities for growth and risk mitigation.
But it's not a magic bullet.
It requires careful consideration
Ongoing monitoring,
and a commitment to continuous learning.
and that commitment to learning is what Financially Smart Pinoy is all about.
Exactly.
We're here to equip Filipinos with the knowledge and tools they need to navigate the complexities of personal finance
Achieve their financial goals.
and ultimately live richer, more fulfilling lives.
Speaking of enriching lives,
I'm curious to hear from our listeners.
what are some of the biggest challenges you face?
When it comes to foreign investments,
What information gaps would you like us to address?
in future episodes,
We encourage you to share your thoughts and insights in the comments section below
we're always eager to hear from our community.
and tailor our content to meet your specific needs.
Because at the end of the day, This is about empowering Filipinos to take control of their financial future.
And that journey begins with a single step.
A step towards knowledge.
A step towards action.
A step towards financial freedom.
And we're here to guide you every step of the way.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into foreign investments, let's leave our listeners with a final thought-provoking question.
What does financial independence mean to you?
Is it about early retirement?
Traveling the world?
Starting your dream business?
Or something else entirely?
We encourage you to reflect on this question.
And share your vision with us.
Because when you have a clear destination in mind,
the journey becomes that much more meaningful.
And for those who are already on that journey,
we'd love to hear your stories too.
Absolutely share your successes,
your challenges,
your aha moments.
Because your experiences can inspire and guide others who are just starting out.
We're all in this together, Kababayans.
And remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
And sometimes that first step can be the hardest.
But don't let fear or uncertainty hold you back.
We're here to provide the knowledge,
the tools,
and the encouragement to help you make that first step and every step after.
So whether you're a seasoned investor
or just starting to explore the world of finance,
remember that financial independence is within your reach.
It's not a privilege reserved for the wealthy or the elite.
It's a right that every Filipino deserves.
And it starts with taking control of your finances.
And that control starts with knowledge.
Knowledge is power.
And in this case, financial knowledge is financial power.
So keep learning. Keep growing.
And keep striving towards your financial goals.
And don't forget to hit that follow button and share this episode with anyone who can benefit from this knowledge.
We're all about paying it forward, Kababians.
Let's empower each other to achieve financial freedom.
Salamat for joining us today.
Mabuhay.